What's going on, you guys? Happy 4th of July. Today we're going to be taking off the center console to where you can get to your cluster and your radio. So we're going to start by, there's two 7mm bolts right here, and there's one tucked under there. So as soon as you get those off, you can go ahead and just pull on this on both sides, pop off, and just let that go ahead and chill for a little minute. And you have two more right here. Again, same size bolt, 7mm. And that right there's for this guy up here. So you're going to need to take that off in order to get to your instrument cluster and take off this whole entire bezel right here. And up top, I had already taken off the bolts for us. There's one right here. That's just a little Phillips flathead. We'll pop that out. You're going to pull forward or pull towards you to get this off. Then right here, again, we got 7mm bolts. We have 8 of them. Right here, here, 2 back here, and as follows. As soon as you get those off, you can just lift this off right here. And now to take this bezel off, everything just clips off. I'm always sketchy about pulling it off. I'm afraid I'm going to break some, but you can use a little bit of force in it. And this is an aftermarket radio that I purchased from Crutchfield. It's the Pioneer AVH 2330 NEX. Pretty good stereo. As soon as I get back here, I'll turn that on for you guys too. And what you're going to want to do with this part right here, you're going to need it, and I'll show you why to get that off. So all these clip off. Get that bottom one. And the last little one right here. I think I forgot a bolt. Sure the hell did. That's their little bolt right here that you need to take off too in order to get the whole bezel off. So I'm going to put you on pause and get that taken off. Okay, now that you got that off, you're good to go. Take off the bezel. I always forget this little one down here. So when I always forget to get that one off, you're going to take this off and kind of put it catty corner. I let my steering wheel go free so I get in there. And every time I do this, I use just a little Phillips flathead. You can use the 7mm socket or the Phillips. I think the Phillips works a little better. A little faster, you know. So after that, it'll come out and pop that off and set it aside. Now once you got all 3 of these off right here, you're free to work on your radio. To take off your instrument cluster, you got a 7mm right there, and you have another one right there. And after you get that off, you can just pop it off and take off the wiring harnesses back there. But this is my, again, the Pioneer AVH 2300. And the reason I'm taking it off today is because all the connections and the wires back there, they're resting on a plastic part down here. It's making a rattling noise as I drive. So I'm going to go ahead and take them off and just put some like foam tape around them or something to keep it from rattling. So as soon as I get this off, I'll go ahead and show you guys as well. Okay, now that you took those 4 bolts off, go ahead and pull it out. I'm gonna give you guys a little how-to I did on the installing the radio. You have to cut the mounts right here for your stock radio, so you're gonna have to cut those off. And as far as this right here goes on your bezel, don't mind my little crappy Dremel work, but you're gonna have to sand it down a little bit right here too, just to make the face of the radio fit inside of it. But the whole little kit comes with instructions. Like I said, I got it from Crutchfield and it came with a little how-to kit. So those ones were the easy part. The hardest part was right here. I think this goes to the body, and there was a part right here welded that held the stock radio in place. You're just gonna have to shove a screwdriver in there, just keep wiggling up and down until you break the welds. That was the only hard part. Other than that, everything else was pretty much easy. I went ahead and paid like an extra $30. They connected all the wires for me. I'm not good with electricity. But other than that, it's pretty easy. You know, you just get in there with the Dremel, break off that mounting bracket that's put on the body of it, and that's it. So the reason I took this off today was because these guys right here, which is one's for the steering wheel, so these right here will work. And this right here I think is the one that gives it power. It sends a signal to the radio from the car to turn on. So these right here, like I said, were rattling on the base of it. So I wrapped it up in little foam, but I think just the ends were rattling on it. So I'm just going to cover it up today. They ain't gonna hear it no more. So as soon as I do that, we'll put it together and I'll show you a little bit about the radio. So I'll go and get those covered and I'll be back on. Alright, now that I got those wrapped up, it looks horrible, looks ghetto, but you know what, it's gonna work. I'm gonna show you guys what this is right here. Now I bought this on Amazon and it's called a bypass. It goes to the whole wiring harness right here. See where it spliced in right there? I went directly to where it mounts in the back. Splicing the wires right there. Now it goes to the brake line. Well, not the brake line to the car itself, but to the sensor on the brake. And power. I can't remember which ones are which, but like I said, those come and I'll tell you which ones to tap into. Originally I tried to tap into it right here. It didn't work too well. Then I got into it right here. And also another slice of advice would be just to tap in those two wires alone. That's it. Don't try to run anything else through it. Just tap directly into the brake and into the power. But the purpose of this little thing, the bypass, is because if you try to watch movies on this unit right here, it'll only let you watch movies if your car is in park. So if it reads your car is in drive, you can't watch a movie. So the little bypass, once you just turn on an engine and try to watch a movie even when it's in drive, the little bypass will send a signal and say that it's already in park when you're actually in drive. I know it's a little dangerous to watch movies while you're driving, but my old lady loves it and it's pretty cool. So I'm gonna get this turned over here. I'm gonna show you guys a little bit about it. Sorry it looks all crappy in the background. I'm just gonna show you guys the unit I had got. Alright, so this is the unit, and Bluetooth, you can connect up to 2 of them. It's mine and my old lady's. It's got a nice little, like I said, when you want to watch a movie. Oh, sorry. Basically right there. And you want to unload your movies, you have this little guy right here. You can also switch your viewing. It'll prop up, prop back down. So right there, it comes with the sorry for the pause. Comes with Pandora right there. Your Bluetooth connections. You can also hook up everything you want right here. If you want amps right here, if you have a rear view camera, camera view, HD radio, Spotify. You can also, I think I deleted them. Yeah, I did delete them. But they have where when you hook it up originally in the Dodge Dart, the USB cable is inside the glove compartment. So they have it to where you can, it's an adapter, hooks in the back of the unit and goes all the way down here to where whatever you plug into this USB, it'll run to the unit instead of having to run a cord from your unit and have one sticking out to where you can use your USB there or charge your phone. So that comes with that little adapter. It's pretty neat too. That's pretty much the radio. Just wanted to give you guys a little glimpse of it. If you guys are thinking about getting one, I do highly recommend it. It's a good system. So that's that. So like I said, after we got all that hooked up, putting it all back together is just pretty much in reverse. I don't really have any tips about it. That's about it. And I've taken off my instrument cluster a couple times. I want to change my LEDs in here to blue, but they use the little SMD LEDs, the ones I have to solder on, so I haven't learned how to solder that well yet. That's what I intend on doing next. I took off my vents to paint them black. The first one's very easy. There's a little, I haven't taken one off yet. There's these little clips that you need to get a hold of. You can take this off, you can get the access to them. Take off this other side. I like to put it back up so I don't gotta worry about it on the ground. So there's little clips, you can get access to them right up here. You can just reach up here on the top. Let me see if I can get it out for you right now. Like I said, you reach in there and you feel them on the sides. So as soon as you get it out, there we go. Trust me, the driver's side's a lot easier. These are the little clips right there on the side. Just these guys. They go in. So as soon as you get that out, you can take these off right here. All these little tabs. I started with the ones on the curbs on the curved ends. And do it very gently so you don't break any of them. And that right there will take off the face of it so you can paint it in color, plastic dip, whatever you want to do with it. Then put it back on after it dries. Give me a second. Like I said, the driver's side one's a lot easier than the passenger. Passenger, I think I had to go through my top of my my center console above my glove box to get that one out. Like I said, I had to feed my hand all the way through here, push the tabs on that side. I took off the panel on the side right there and put a screwdriver in to get the other side and popped it out. That one was the pain. It was pretty easy. So that's all I got for you guys up here. I'm going to put the car back together and then make another video for you guys. Thank you guys and happy 4th of July.